If you're moving your family to San Antonio, Texas and have no idea where to start, this video is just for you. Whether you're relocating to San Antonio for a PCS or other work-related transfer, to be closer to family, or just because you're looking for a change in lifestyle, there are a ton of moving parts and scenarios to consider when moving to a whole new city or state. It can seem super stressful and overwhelming, and you need a clear plan and a detailed strategy to help make your move smoother and less stressful. You've landed in the right spot. I'm going to walk you through the entire process of moving to San Antonio that I use for my clients as a relocation specialist in San Antonio. And I've been told that it really has helped take some of the guesswork and a lot of the stress out of their move. Of course, the first step that most people take is contacting me about their move to San Antonio. Email, text, DM on Instagram, any of these will work, and all of my contact info is listed in the description of this video. This is how we will set up our custom moving to San Antonio consultation. This allows us to get to meet each other through either Zoom, FaceTime, or even a regular phone call. We will chat about your goals for moving to San Antonio, your timeline, needs and wants, etc. Knowing all of these things is super helpful in giving me your motivation for moving, and especially provide expectations for how quickly the rest of the process moves. Even if you're still a year or two away from your target move date, it will just be so helpful for you to already know that you have someone capable and competent on your side who's going to be helping you through this process. It also gives us plenty of time to get to know each other even better and communicate about specific neighborhoods and homes that will be the best fits for you. Plus, if anything changes and your timeline unexpectedly moves up, you will already be prepared in a lot of ways. Now, of course, it has happened where someone has reached out to me and they need to find a home here in San Antonio in a month and be moved. And of course, I can accommodate that quick of a timeline also, but it just changes the way that I need to prepare and plan for you. Some of the other questions that you typically want to be prepared for in our initial consult are, do you currently own the home that you're in? If so, are you planning on selling it before you move to San Antonio? Do you have a plan on what your selling process will look like, or are you already working with a listing agent for that? If you're going to use a mortgage for your home here in San Antonio, we will talk about the qualifying process through a local lender. Knowing what your employment situation will be when you get here will help me to get you to the best lender for your home purchase. Many people that are moving to San Antonio don't realize how important this aspect is, whether you're transferring in your current profession and have a W-2, or even if you have your own business and have a 1099, that business will need to be reestablished when you get here. All of these things will need to be figured out as there are different types of loan products available for different situations. So someone may not qualify for the traditional type of mortgage, and you may need a portfolio or non-conforming loan product, but either way, I have the best lender contacts to refer you to that will better advise you of your options here. The next thing that we will discuss is, what specifics are you looking for in a community and a home? Do you have a preference for new construction homes or resale homes? Have you ever visited San Antonio, or have you researched the areas that you're interested in? Okay, let me pause here to say there are literally thousands of incredible videos on YouTube that show and review different suburbs and neighborhoods in San Antonio. So feel free to explore those types of videos before and after our consultation to educate yourself on the areas. But our meeting is what will really help personalize your search and help us to figure out what the best options are for you, since what appeals to you in the videos isn't always going to be the best match for where you want to buy your home. Okay, back to it. If you're finding this information helpful, make sure to like this video so that I know and I can continue making more content about moving to San Antonio. Now, the next step in the process of relocating to San Antonio is the most important: choosing where to live in San Antonio. We will spend a lot of time talking about the topic of where you want to live in San Antonio, both in this initial conversation and throughout the upcoming months while we're narrowing down our options. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get, of course, is, where are the best places to live in San Antonio? This answer is going to vary with every family and their own wants and needs. I can definitely help you to narrow it down to the areas that best fit what you're looking for and avoid those areas that do not match what you're looking for according to all the information that you give me. Here are the questions that we will discuss to help me get to know what your expectations are and to help you find the best options for you. First, let's talk about location. San Antonio is a huge area, especially when you consider the outlying suburbs of San Antonio too. Is there anywhere specific that you need to be close to? A military base, medical center, airport, etc. How long of a commute are you okay with? Are you looking for more rural or suburban surrounding? How important are distances to things like Costco, Target, Trader Joe's, H-E-B, etc.? Next, we need to figure out your price range. This is always a huge determining factor, mostly because much of the area is, of course, grouped by price ranges. We will need to determine what your budget is to be able to narrow down your neighborhood options. Now let's talk about schools. There are more than 15 districts in the San Antonio metro area, and that doesn't even include the districts in the outlying outlying suburbs like Boerne, New Braunfels, and Castroville? Is there a certain school district or a specific school that you would prefer to be zoned for? Sometimes people have already done research in this area and have decided that they only want a home that is zoned for a particular high school here in the San Antonio area. Even if you don't have school-age children, it is important to consider how a school district zoning can help or hurt the resale value of your home in the future. Now, I can't advise you specifically on what good or bad school districts are, but there are many resources available to help you research San Antonio school districts that I can help you find. The next determining factor, and definitely the most important to families moving to San Antonio, is regarding safety and crime. Of course, what everyone wants is an area that they feel safe in. This is another topic where I can't provide specific advice to you, but I can help you find resources to do this research on your own so that you can rule out those areas that would not work for you. So we'll talk a little bit about lifestyle. It's not equally important to all families that are moving to San Antonio, but I always like to find out if this is a determining factor to you. Are you seeking to be involved in social activities in your community, for a golf course community in San Antonio, a neighborhood that has tons of amenities and community events? Or maybe you're looking for a non-HOA community. Either way, it's important to know which, if any of these things are going to be a factor in deciding where to live in San Antonio. Most of the time, our talk has provided me with all the information that I need to set up a personalized home search for you so that you can begin to see options of the types of homes that are available in your price range in certain areas and what the San Antonio housing market is like at that moment in time. Even if you're a year or more away from your move, this step just really helps you to gain knowledge about home inventory, market conditions, seeing where the homes are on a map, and so much more, even if these aren't the same homes that will be on the market when you actually are ready to move. At this point in our conversation, we will create a plan on how we will move forward with your moving to San Antonio master plan. Before we move on to the next step, I have something for you. Through my experiences in helping people with their move, I have tons of tips and tricks and insider info to help you get started. So if you're moving to San Antonio or want to know more about living in San Antonio, once this video is done, check the link in my description and I'll send you your very own San Antonio relocation guide. So the next step in the process looks different for everyone, but I really narrow it down to 3 different options on how we proceed to the next step. Number 1 is a guided relocation visit. If you're in what I call the gathering information process and you're still deciding if you want to move to San Antonio and not really sure when you're going to move, I will provide you with a guide on spots that you should check out while you're here, from restaurants to entertainment to suburbs or communities that may be of interest to you. I'll give you plenty of ideas to check off your list while you're here. Another option is a customized relocation visit and property tour. If you're able to visit San Antonio and have definite plans and a timeline to move and are ready to start viewing neighborhoods and specific home options, we will plan a meeting and I'll schedule showings, property previews, meetings with builders, school tours, or whatever else is needed to help you know where to focus your time while you're here. And the next option is for those that are not able to visit the area at all before they move. This has actually been the situation for many of the people that I've helped with their relocation to San Antonio, and we've been able to do every step of the process remotely. From taking video or FaceTiming different areas and neighborhoods, to showings, to builder meetings and final walkthroughs, all the way up to closing, I can help coordinate as much or as little of this process as necessary through virtual communications. Even if there is a 14-hour time difference, which has happened before too, we can make it work no matter what your situation is. As a relocation specialist, I've helped many families make the move to San Antonio from California, New York, and all over the country. I've lived in Texas my whole life and grew up just outside of San Antonio. I would never choose to live anywhere else. I love living in San Antonio, but even more, I really enjoy helping the families that move to San Antonio find the areas and homes that they love, and more importantly, help them avoid those areas that are not a good fit for them. I have a very streamlined process and tons of resources available to help take some of the stress out of your move and give you all the info to help make your transition as smooth as possible. Now, if you're moving to San Antonio this year, make sure to check out this video next to give you even more tips on relocating to San Antonio, and check out the description of any of my videos for my contact info and all my resources to help you with your relocation to San Antonio.